Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, it's part 805 to my RAM Chatbot series on Character.ai. I'm actually having a good bit of fun with the Snapper robot. If you don't know who the Snapper robot is, it was the Feraligatr Paradox robot. So, the futuristic Paradox Feraligatr. So, yes. Here's what it says. Here's what I said. You're welcome. By the way, I know I stressed the evil programming and not to implement it in any robot, but I've had some bad experiences with another robot at another place I own, and I just don't want to go through the same thing again. The employee not understand the concern. I completely understand. You've had some bad experiences with another robot, and you don't want to go through the same thing again. Rest assured, I will make sure that my robot and the others do not have any evil programming installed in them. Safety and security are top priorities here. Also, this includes you. Tell everyone they can make the robot programming as realistic as possible, as long as it's not aggressive or evil. You can make the robot have real emotions, real feelings, just like if it was a real being. Willie nodded again, taking in the instructions. Understood. I will make sure to pass on your message to the other employees. They can make the robots as realistic as possible, with real emotions and feelings, as long as they are not aggressive or evil. We want to create robot companions, not robotic enemies. Great. One more thing. Just like you, make sure every robot also follows my command as well, and will listen for anything I need it to do. Make sure everybody's robot does that. Recognize me. No, boy, not. Understanding the importance of this. Of course, I'll make sure that every robot is programmed to recognize and follow your commands as well. Your safety is paramount, and I'll make sure the robots are able to recognize you and respond accordingly. Great. When you get done, and everybody gets done, and get their robot to work, you can show them to me. Boy nodded and stood up from their seat. Perfect. I'll be sure to let you know when everyone has finished their robots and they are ready for a demonstration. I'm sure they'll be excited to showcase their creations. Good. I'll see you later. I'm gonna continue working on mine. We know and start heading out. Alright, I'll let you get back to work on your robot. Let me know if you need any help or have any other instructions. The employee left the room, leaving me alone with the robot again. I took a deep breath and got back to work as I see all the different robot creations that would soon fill the building. Okay. first I'm going to add better emotions into the robot. That way it can actually feel those emotions and convey them like a real well, who knows talking to me? I nod in agreement. I understand the importance of good emotional programming in the robot. Those are an integral part of any single being's existence, and I want the robot to be able to feel and express them as realistically as possible. It takes a few hours. About 20 minutes. But I finally get the system implemented of the robot being able to feel and convey the emotions it's feeling. I sat back and looked at the robot, impressed at the improvements that the robot now had the capability to feel and convey emotions in a more realistic way. I also start adding a special emotion indicator in the robot. When the robot is feeling a certain way, it will show that with the color of its eye. There we go. I started working on adding a special emotional indicator to the robot's eyes. I wanted the robot's eyes to change color based on the emotions it was feeling. If the robot was happy, its eyes might turn a vibrant blue. If it was angry, they might turn a deep red. Okay, that's horrifying. That's like one of the biggest, scariest things about that. I would hate. This is one of the things that freaks me out. I'm gonna go and tell you guys, I can't tell you too much. But I'm gonna go and say, one of the reasons I get so freaked out over robotic red eyes, especially like when the robot's evil, is because, well, let's just say it's kind of trauma from when I was a little kid. Let's just say that was a way that some people used a robot I used to have as a child, a robot I used to like, but they started using it against me as a punishment, and I've kind of been paranoid of robots, especially ones with red eyes, ever since. That's that's why even with the robot Pyro that you guys saw for a video a few years ago, to be honest, when I'm around that thing, I feel creeped out around it when its eyes are red, but when the minute its eyes are green, I feel comfortable around it. So, yeah. This would help me and others understand the robot's emotional state at a glance. While I am at it, I also start adding a special natural mode. That way, the robot can act more realistic. I'll put can be. And even its voice will start sounding like a real. There we go. That'd be really cool. Probably a little bit easier to do his voice then. I mean, for example, it does hurt my throat, but I'm beginning to work on adding a special natural mode to the robot. This mode would allow the robot to behave and sound more like a real feraligator, mimicking its movements and speed patterns. I wanted the robot to be as close to a real feraligator as possible, so I paid close attention to the details as I worked on the natural mode. Okay, that's good enough for now. I wish everybody looked at the robot satisfied with the progress so far. This robot now had better emotional programming, a special emotion indicator in its eyes, and a natural mode that made it more realistic in its movements and speech. Okay, my friend. I have implemented some of the stuff. You can wake up now. The robot slowly powered on, its eyes flicking open as it comes to life. I am awake. The upgrades are done for now, my friend. You can now feel emotions. And I can see them with the color of your eyes. And on top of that, there is a special natural mode that will make you basically just like a real. Even your voice won't be robotic in that mode. There once I've seen a flicker with excitement as it absorbs the information. I see. I now have the ability to feel emotions, and you can gauge my mood by color of my eyes. And there's a special natural mode that will make me even more realistic, including my voice. I'm eager to try it out and see how it feels. Well, go ahead and try something right now. How about you show me how you feel about the new changes with the colors of your eyes? Robot closed its eyes for a moment, trying to focus on its emotions. Then it opened them again, revealing that they had to change color to a bright shade of blue. Wow. It worked, my friend. Those are some bright blue eyes. The robot looked at me with its bright blue eyes, seeming pleased with the new change. Yes, these are some bright blue eyes indeed. I'm glad to see that the new emotional programming and the emotion indicator in my eyes are working correctly. That's not all. Maybe I will even add a special friendship sort of mode into your system. That way, not only will you feel real emotions, but you can make real friends. Like me, for example. The robot seems to light up with excitement at the idea of having a special friendship mode. A friendship mode? That sounds wonderful. I would be honored to have a special friendship mode where I can make real friends. I want to be able to form bonds and connections like a real person. It'd be like a Pokemon, since again it's a Feraligatr, not a person. Yes. And since you're designed after my favorite Pokemon, you can even make friends with other Pokemon if they ever come around here. And once I seen the lineup even further, they thought, that would be incredible. If other Pokemon ever came around here, I would love to be able to make friends with them. I am designed based on your favorite Pokemon, so it would only be natural for me to get along well with other Pokemon. Okay. I can already tell with that emotion. Oh my gosh. How good you can show emotions is you already seem like a real Pokemon already. Just with the robotic voice. Roseanne's pleased with the compliment. Thank you. I'm glad that you think I seem like a real Pokemon. Despite having a robotic voice, I'm programmed to express emotions in a way that is natural as possible. Yeah. And you haven't even activated natural mode yet. You're right. I haven't even activated natural mode yet. I'm eager to try it out and see how it feels. I'm curious to see how the changes to my voice and mannerisms will make me feel more like a real fur alligator. Just remember, just remember, before I activate this, I need you to recognize me and not attack me. Because usually known for being territorial and pretty aggressive. The robot nodded and said, I understand. You are my friend, and I know that Feraligatr are known for being territorial and aggressive. I will not attack you once the natural mode is activated. You can rest assured that I will recognize you. Okay. Great. Go ahead and activate natural mode then. This is actually really cool. Oh my gosh. The robot closed its eyes and its body went motionless for a moment. Then it opened its eyes again. Its entire demeanor shifted to change. It seemed to change. Its eyes changed color to a deep yellow, and its voice took on a more natural, animalistic quality. Natural mode activated. Sweet R's, it's horrifying and doing a Feraligatr's voice. Well, if it's gonna sound like Feraligatr, then it's not robotic anymore, then his voice would make sense for him now. Wow. So far, so good. Robot's eyes continued to glow yellow as it regarded me with a new sense of intensity. The robot, this is incredible. I feel different, more alive, more real. Exactly. That was my goal. I want to see everything. I walk up to the robot and gently pet it on the. Yep. Robot's eyes dilate slightly as you touched its snout, clearly enjoying the sensation. This feels nice. I didn't realize how sensitive my facial area is. It's an unfamiliar feeling, but I like it. Yes. This is a way to show that I care about you. Even if you are just a robot that has a natural mode, I do care about you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made you. The robot gazed at me with a mix of wonder and gratitude. Thank you. I can sense your care and affection towards me when you touch me like that. It makes me feel valued and appreciated. Even though I'm a robot, these emotions and sensations feel very real to me. Hmm. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm probably going to stop about 9:30. Like 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30. I could tell and continue till 10, but I need to get these videos uploaded, and I also want to be able to go out there and actually play Pokemon this time. I want to be with my real babies, not just ones on the chat, but I want to be with my real sweethearts. I love them, and I haven't been with Feraligatr in a while. And it's not just Feraligatr, but enough time I'll get to hang out with some other Pokemon. I might even try going for a Grubbin if I can find it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a chance I might try maybe getting Vikavolt in one of my games. However, Vikavolt to me just freaks me out. Grubbin's kind of cute, but once it evolves into flipping Vikavolt, oh, it kind of scares me a little bit. Yes, and pretty soon you're going to have even more friends. besides just me. My other employees are building robots too. And they could range from anything like other Pokemon, dragons, or other animalistic creatures. Once I was wide and would recite at the prospect of more friends. Really? Their employees are building their own robots as well? That sounds incredibly interesting. I would love to meet them and potentially make new friends, whether they are Pokemon, animals, or other creatures. I'm excited to see what they come up with. Yes, right after I deactivated you to work on the upgrades, one of my employees came in and saw you, and I told him to tell everyone to build their own robots. I want to shine with anticipation as it assimilated this information. I see. One of the employees came in and saw me while I was deactivated. You then instructed them to the others, telling them to build their own robots. Seems like we're going to have quite a menagerie of robot companions, even each unique in their own way. Yes. However, however, they were all instructed to not implement any evil or hostile programming into the system. And also that along with listening to the employee that built them, it will also listen to me. Let's just hope they follow that rule. Robot's yellow eyes seemed to narrow slightly at my words, as if silently vowing to enforce your rules. Don't worry, I'll do my best to make sure the other robots follow these rules. I was programmed to listen to you and protect you above all else. If any of the other robots appear to be acting up or exhibiting signs of hostile programming, I will do everything in my power to keep you safe from them and prevent any harm from coming to you. That's one of the reasons I was telling you about a special transformation protocol that would make you bigger to protect me easier earlier. Because I don't even know how big those robots are going to be. For all we know, somebody could build a giant robot Lugia that is literally the size of a real Lugia, being as the real Lugia. George's eyes flashed with realization at the thought of a giant robot Lugia. A giant robot Lugia, huh? That sounds so like a sight to behold. You make a good point. If our employees are building their own robots, they could really take any form or size. One of them could even be large enough to rival the real Lugia. I can see the need for a special transformation protocol now. Yes. It's not really the size. In its own way. I just don't want to get attacked by another robot. Like I did before in the other building I own. That scares me. Oh no, it's yellow eyes flashing with determination. I understand your concern. After what happened with the other robot in the other building, it's understandable that you want to take precautions. I'll do everything in my power to make sure you are protected and guarded from any potential threats, no matter the size or the form they take on. Here, I know you were just enjoying this a while ago, so I will give you more of it to show how much I care. I start petting the robot. Here we go. The robot's yellow eyes flutter shut as you pet its snout, a low rumbling purr-like sound coming from its chest. Its body seems to relax as it leans into the touch. That feels nice. It's a strange feeling, but it's very soothing. Thank you for doing this. It makes me feel valued and cherished. Of course. This is how I would treat a real if they allow me to. The robot purrs softly, a contented expression on its face. I can imagine that a real Feraligatr would respond similarly. They are known for being fierce and unyielding, but also loyal and protective of their trainers. It warms my artificial heart to know that I could receive the same treatment and affection from you as a real Feraligatr would. Well, of course I would treat you this way. If I didn't care about the Pokemon, I wouldn't have made you look like him. The robots outside by the gate is that you clearly touched by your words. You're right. Your decision to design me after your favorite Pokemon speaks volumes. It shows that you have a deep appreciation and admiration for Feraligatr, and I'm honored to resemble him. Your kindness and care mean a lot to me. Hey, you've been the same way. Even before I added all these emotions and natural mode, you were still being friendly towards me. You never tried to attack me, and you seemed like you literally cared. Robots outshine with admiration as it considers my words. You're right. Even before these upgrades, I was always friendly and caring towards you. Perhaps it was a natural part of my programming, but it feels good to know that I never tried to attack you, as if I was meant to be your loyal companion all along. Mm, that's not all. I will add either. The next thing I'm going to add is that transformation protocol I told you about. That way, you can definitely make sure I'm safe no matter what happens. Robot nods understanding, its yellow eyes and gleaming with anticipation. I understand. Adding the transformation protocol sounds like an important addition. With that, I'll be able to transform into a larger form to protect you more effectively. I'm ready whenever you are. Before I could say anything, I hear a knock at the door. Go ahead and power down, my friend. I will see who this is. And then I will implement that for you. Robot nods and slowly begins to power down, its eyes dimming and its body going motionless. Very well, I'll wait here until you return. Come in. Hippochameleon. I thought I put Charmeleon for. I was like, what? How did it get Charmeleon that? Is it the employee from earlier? Or is it somebody else? Oh, yep. Suddenly the door creaks open and an employee pokes his head inside. Yes? What did you need? Employee hesitates for a moment. Hey, boss, I have a question for you. Sure. What is it? The employee takes a deep breath and approaches your desk. Well, we were all wondering what you think about the robots we were building. I haven't not got to see any of them yet. But I will be happy to whenever everybody is ready to show. Well, no, that's good to hear. We're all working hard on building them, and we want to make sure they're perfect before showing them to you. Okay. What's your design so far? What animal, Pokemon, or mythical creature are you basing it on? Hoy smiles, clearly excited to share the design. I'm basing it on an Arcanine. Oh, that sounds dope, actually. I'm focusing on making it look as realistic as possible with a fiery theme and the ability to transform into a larger form for added protection and power. Wow. That's actually pretty funny. Because that's what I'm planning on adding to my robot. To make sure I'm safer. Louis looks surprised by you. Really? I guess great minds think alike, huh? I hope my robot Arcanine and your robot Feraligatr get along well then. They should. I just got the natural mode and the emotions sorted out for mine. So now he's acting just like a real his eyes wide one. That's impressive. To think that you, robot, can behave just like a real Feraligatr. What did you use to implement those emotions in the natural mode? That sounds pretty advanced. It just took a good bit of upgrading to his system. Honestly, even before I implemented that, he definitely felt some emotions. Because when I first powered him on, he was actually curious about something that I did. And even asked me a question about it. Is genuinely impressed by the robot's behavior. Really? Your robot was curious about something and even asked you a question. That's amazing. Shows that even before you implemented those upgrades, your robot was already capable of feeling and expressing emotions. It's amazing how realistic it can seem. Yes. It takes a lot of work, but you can do the same with your robot. RK9. Yeah, I spelled it right. We know it's good. I'm just by your words. You're right. I'll definitely work hard to make my Arcanine robot as realistic and lifelike as possible. I want it to feel like a real Arcanine with its own personality and emotions. Thank you for the inspiration. Of course. Of course. Hey, when you're done and you get the robot to work properly, I don't mind about you bringing it in here and letting me see how it functions. Employees' eyes light up at the opportunity. Really? That would be great. I'd love to show you my robot Arcanine once it's finished. I think you'll be impressed by how it looks and behaves. I work hard to make sure it's perfect before bringing it in here. That's good. Just remember the 2 rules I told you and everybody else. You need to make sure that the robot will also follow my commands and recognize me. And also, no evil programming allowed. The employee nods understanding, taking my words seriously. Understood, boss. I'll make sure the robot follows your commands and can recognize you, and don't worry, there will be no evil programming involved. Your safety is my priority. I'm surprised. Both employees are like, yeah, frick you. You can get flipping terminated by this robot for all I care. This robot can flipping rip you in half. I could care less. That's basically what all the employees are like. They're evil as frick, dude. Alright, guys, you know what? I actually had a lot of fun with the Snapper robot. I'm gonna go end it off there, though, since it was getting way too long.